everyone, it's Kisa and
Azara.
And we're the
Black Bookworms.
Yes, we are. And if you notice, our background is a little bit different today because we're spending some time in
Grandma Taxi's house. And I came here because I really missed her.
Oh, yes, she did. And so we're filming this episode in New York at my mom's house and Azara's grandma's house. And we're so excited to get a little time with our family. We had to keep it small because of the coronavirus, right?
Yeah, Corona. I don't get to see a lot of my friends, but I only get to see like a little bit.
Yeah.
And I get to see my friends on remote too.
Yeah, so remote learning is typically where you get to see your friends. And I know that's challenging for us, right, during this time. But, you know, we have to do what we have to do to keep everyone safe, right? All right. So today we are doing a book that I think I like this book because it brings up the topic of prejudice, racism in a very relatable way. Azara's 4.
And I'm about to be 5 in 4 months.
And I tried to read it to her before to see how she would feel about it, and she seemed to be pretty engaged with it. So we'll see how it goes. But the book is called The Lying Liar Called Racism, a Love Letter. So this book is by Giselle Fuerte. It is a letter she wrote to her children to try to introduce this topic. So are you ready to get started?
Yeah!
All right. Let's see. Okie dokie, my dear. So it says, I dedicate this book to my children. Believe no lies, my loves. Believe no lies. Look, Azara, her hair kind of looks like your little cornrows you got going on.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. All right, so let's get started. We're going to have a chat, you and I, and the grown-up reading this. Hi there. I'm treating you like a big kid and giving you 3 big ideas that will braid together at the end.
It's like, instead of she said brave, she said braid.
These ideas might feel huge because they are huge, but I know you've got this. I have nothing but faith in you. Off we go with idea number 1. First, I'm going to ask you to use your imagination. This is your imagination now, Zara. I hear that you've got a good one, so this should be right up your alley.
I don't know.
You have a big imagination, Azara. You're really good at it. You play with your dolls with your imagination, so let's go. Look at this majestic mountain. It represents you. Let's think of some words to describe you as this mountain. Mind if I throw some words out there to get you started? How about strong? Are you strong, Mama? Yes. Confident.
I'm confident.
You are confident. Larger than life.
I don't know what confident means.
Confident means like you are like you believe in yourself. I think you believe in yourself because you are so confident when you're even doing these videos.
Yeah, when I'm like flipping at gymnastics.
Right. You're larger than life. You're beautiful and you're powerful.
Hey.
I'm going to give you the nickname Little Mountain to remind you of how strong and powerful you are. Okay, Little Mountain, let's head on to idea number 2. You know what a lie is? Yes? Okay.
I know what a lie is. I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
A lie is when you tell something to somebody and it's not true.
Uh-huh. What if you know full well you are a mountain, but someone told you that you are a pile of spaghetti?
I'm not spaghetti
Exactly. Look at that spaghetti, all floppy and sloppy. It can't stand up to pressure. It looks nothing like the majestic mountain we know you to be. It is an outright lie to say that you're a pile of spaghetti when you're actually a mighty mountain. I mean, come on. Okay, Azara. So far, we've learned that you are a little mountain and not a pile of spaghetti. Ready for idea number 3?
Yeah, I'm so ready.
Do you know much about your ancestors? These are the people who came before you, your parents, 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 and all the way back down the line to your relatives who lived long, long time ago. Another way to say this is your great-grandparents and your great-great-grandparents. And like we're at your grandma's house. So think of like grandma's mom and grandma's mom's mom and grandma's mom's mom's mom. Those people. You get the idea. Let me tell you a bit about your ancestors. They helped build cities and countries like Jamaica. They contributed...
I went to Jamaica.
Yep. They contributed new ideas and wisdom, language and culture, art and science, and so much more to help us live more fulfilling lives. They survived deeply tragic events and came out of them alive and well. They continued moving forward to make a better life for themselves, their children, and their communities. You're here because your ancestors were resilient. They were strong, creative, and powerful. They were confident and larger than life. Nothing could bring them down. They were mountains. It makes sense then that you, little mountain, came from them. All right. Here's something that makes little sense, but I'll try to explain it just the same. This is where we introduce the villain of our story. The lying liar called racism. There are people in this world who look at mountains and see spaghetti. It sounds like utter nonsense, but these people really exist. They look at the color of a person's skin, the country a person comes from, the way they talk, or the language they speak, and decide... Oh, when I'm finished, okay? And decide that the person is not at all a mountain. They see that person as a small and insignificant pile of spaghetti. They think that a person is not as good as they are. The idea that someone isn't as good or as smart or as worthy because of their skin color, or because they come from a country where the sun shines bright much of the year, or from a place where an unfamiliar language is spoken, is called racism. Racism is a lie. It is a bold-faced lie. It is a flat-out lie. It is a lying lie. Right?
Yeah.
And look at all these people. 1, 2.
No, I'm gonna
do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yes, 8 beautiful people from different parts of the world, right?
I really like that weird kid that had like, I really like that kid.
These people who look at mountains and see spaghetti, we call them racist. With something which will sometimes use ugly words and may even disguise these words with a broad smile. Or they might scowl, yell, and hiss ugly words to let the lying liar called racism into the world. They might even get fancy and point to charts, graphs, and pictures to try to get mountains to believe that they are spaghetti. Listen closely, little mountain. It doesn't matter if they stomp their feet and holler, or if they smile and purr softly as they try to convince you that you're spaghetti. Always know that their words are lies. Right, Azara?
Yeah.
The day on which you would begin to believe their lies is never day of Nevuary. That's never a never ever.
Just like Nevuary kind of sounds like February on my birthday.
Right. Don't bother marking it on your calendar because the day to believe them will never come. Right? Look at that calendar with all the numbers.
I'm trying to count them.
That's okay. It was a lot of numbers. Just going to jump in here for a moment to talk about why some people spread the lying liar called racism around. Right, Azara? Look at me. There are lots of ridiculous reasons, and listing all of them here will make this book taller than you, little mountain. So I'll focus on just one reason. People who want you to believe that mountains are spaghetti are like the enemies in a superhero book. They want to rule the world, right? And one way to do that is to make mountains believe they're tiny, weak, insignificant, and powerless. But you have a lot of power, right, honey? If you think you're powerless, little mountain, you won't fight back. If you think you're powerless, little mountain, you might easily accept bad and unfair treatment. You might even start to feel terrible about yourself and believe you deserve bad and unfair treatment. Don't forget when you should start believing the lying liar called racism. Ready? Never, 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 never. Say it with me.
Never, never, never,
Never,
never, never, never, never, never.
So that you never start to believe the lying liar called racism, please always keep in mind the 3 things you learned here. You are a mountain. You came from mountains. You are not a pile of spaghetti. Little mountain, I am so grateful that your ancestors built cities and countries and contributed so much to help us live the lives we lead today. Most importantly, I'm grateful they were strong enough to live through difficult times so that you could eventually be born. Never forget who you come from. Never forget who you are, little mountain. Believe no lies. The end.
And it has a whole bunch of words right there.
Yes. So thank you guys for joining us to read the book, The Lying Liar Called Racism. I'm excited to see how you feel about this introduction to the topic from this book. I think it is pretty interesting. I know for Azara it might be a little long because she's 4, but I think generally it's a really interesting way of bringing in the topic. Did you like the book, Azara? No?
But I'm going to tell you my favorite part.
Okay, what's your favorite part?
My favorite part is where all of the kids are. Can you put me to that page?
Oh, I see. Because you get to see all of the kids.
Yeah, la 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 la. And that boy's really funny.
Yeah.
And he's not even wearing a shirt.
He isn't, right? He isn't wearing a shirt. But yes,
What's your favorite part?
My favorite part? Well, I like the part where they do the analogy of a mountain versus
Let me see.
spaghetti.
Let me see.
This part. Well, this part. This part.
That part?
Yeah. Because people look at mountains and see spaghetti like that's crazy.
That's great.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening to this book. We are happy to be in New York spending some time with our family. I hope you love up on your family and the people who are around you and you keep them safe, right? Keep them really safe.
From Corona.
Right. And thank you guys for watching. Zara's playing with my braid in the back. You know, as usual, before we end, she gets a little chaotic. And Zara's waving to her grandma, who's waving to us. But but Zara, let's say bye. Tell everyone to subscribe first. Hit like, right? Like and subscribe. And we will see you guys another time. Bye.